All right, we are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Creatively Lisa. Hi, vibing in from Salem, Missouri, the day after Christmas. How is everybody doing today? Woo! Okay, you know what I just realized? I have to share this with you. I do this a lot, and I discovered why. You want to know? This clapping clears the energy in the space and it resets it. I just learned that. Can you believe it? So I wanted to share that with you because I thought that was pretty cool. I was doing it and felt really good afterwards, but I didn't think anything about it. It just goes to show you that we all are present half the time. I know I find myself doing all kinds of things and go, what the heck? So, yeah, interesting lesson learned. All right, as I digress. So let's get into today's topic at hand. The topic of today is, and I'm so excited to share this with you. I talk about this a lot. And oddly enough, at the same time, I don't know if I've actually come around this subject in the direction that I'm going to today. So this is so important. I'm so excited because this is something that makes it feel so deep in my soul. And we absolutely have to talk about it because it's important. So let me ask you a question. Do you ever feel, no matter how much you love and care for your pup and pour into them and your home, that it just feels like something's off? You wonder? I talk about this a lot. I was just speaking with somebody, my sister's boyfriend, in regards to this energy and the frequency of our spaces. Well, our fur baby feels all of that as well. Now, and most people don't put a correlation to how the energy feels in a space and their fur baby and you, us, have itching skin, allergies, stomach issues, or you just don't feel the energy and the vibrance that you used to. Yes. And so today's topic is specifically regarding this. The toxic truth. Are you harming your pup and yourself without knowing? And the answer is, I bet 9 out of 10 times, yes. Yes, we are. You are. And that is what we're going to discuss today. How to know what's going on, just a huge gamut of this topic. So let me ask you this. So I was talking about, you have these, like, does your pup have these issues, and do you, like allergies, stomach issues, and you just don't feel the energy and you just don't feel like you used to. Or maybe you're noticing headaches and migraines in yourself, fatigue, skin irritations, digestive problems, and you just don't feel like you used to. 9 out of 10 people in our medical industry and everything just throws it into a pile called getting older. Well, I've got one word to say about that. That's not causing it. And that one word is bullshit. You heard me right. I said it, because it's not that. It has nothing to do with getting older. What it does have to do with is, when we're young, we have a clean body. And as we get older, it gets filled with toxins and more and more and more and more and more. And it just keeps going. And our bodies can't get rid of it, and our pups' bodies can't get rid of it fast enough to keep us at that healthy homeostasis, because it's being inundated with it. The average human, not to mention the pup's actually getting more of it than the human is, comes into contact with over 300 chemicals by 9 a.m. Women, more. Yep, more. And our pups are getting everything we are, and their bodies can't sustain it. Can't do it. And so it builds up over time into toxic overload. And you go, oh, you don't think about it. And then your dog's gone medicine, and your dog's going into the vet because they've got sores, and they're itching all the time and scratching, and they blame it on the environment, and which it is, but it's not the external environment. It's the internal environment and food sources that's actually causing the problems. And it is paramount and so important to learn what's causing it. And most people have no idea, and they don't think. We don't think about this. I didn't think about it. It didn't even occur to me to put two and two together, that what I'm using in the home that vibrates at a really low level, that's toxic to smell, to breathe, to be around, to be in that vicinity of it. It's toxic on all levels. And then you put it in your home, and it's not only lowering the vibration of the home, it's lowering your vibrations, making you more susceptible to more illnesses, but the toxicity of it builds up over time and causes all these issues that start to avalanche, and you wonder why all of a sudden, and we all throw it into the basket of aging, and that is incorrect. And we don't have any clue of actually what's causing it, because our doctors don't put two and two together. And I'm sorry, we trust those doctors way too much into caring for us when we need to be caring and being responsible for our own bodies and our pups' bodies. And that is the cold, hard truth. Full stop. It's not really your fault. It's not, because we're not taught this. You're not failing your dog or your cat because you want to. You just don't know what's causing the problems. Well, I'm here to tell you exactly what that is today. And the products that we're taught to trust aren't trustworthy for us, to us at all. And that is the issue. The big brand names lining every store shelf on everything are letting us down. 100%. I went in and started to work on a reel just the other day, and I see all these dogs and children on all these bottles of toxic chemicals that you flip it over and you look at the ingredients, if they're even giving you the ingredients in it that are highly toxic to children and to pups and cats and animals. And that's because they're smaller. We get toxic as well, but we're bigger, so it's not affecting us as quickly as it will our fur babies and our children the same. So that's what we're going to deal with today, is they're full of harmful chemicals, and they're not only affecting us quietly in the background, but it's full on affecting our animals and our children. And the scariest part about this is these toxins, as I said, they build up over time, and then all of a sudden, toxic overload, and it's affecting everyone, us, our pups, our kitties, all animals in the house, and our children as well. Here's the cool thing. I thought that this statistic was so cool because it actually proved this so much. So statistically, dogs are 8 times more toxic than humans. Why is that? Their bodies are smaller. They're lower to the ground. They're in it way more than we are. Even though we shouldn't be wearing shoes in our home, we do a lot. And so we're not directly in contact with these toxic chemicals that we put on the floor, in the air, on the everything that actually gets into them, ingested. We're a layer above it. Now, here's the next one. Cats, 23 times more toxic than humans. And that's because they're in the house 24/7. Rarely do they go outside. Dogs at least go out and get a little bit of reprieve while they're out, but cats don't get any of that. And these are horrendous statistics that we can avoid, easily avoid. We have the choice to avoid this. And when I learned this myself, when I was actually, and I'm being going to be blunt about it, killing my dog and not knowing it because he was allergic to the environment that I was giving him, because I was using these toxic chemicals, bleach, Pine-Sol, Lysol, you name it, Mr. Clean. All of these so-called cleaners are not clean. Laundry soaps as well, extremely toxic. And I was using them thinking I was taking care of myself and my environment and my dog, and that was not the case. They were slowly killing him. And it was extremely hard to actually come to terms with that exact thing, that I'd done it. He never blamed me. And I think about it today and I say, thank you, my boy, Joey, because of him, I learned it. And now I don't tolerate it at all. But that's what happened. He got sick. I didn't know what to do. I went to a doctor. He was allergic to the environment that I was giving him. They started pumping full of more poison, and my poor boy got even sicker and died at 8.5 years old. And that was my fault. And we don't think about these things when we're looking at our fur babies and thinking that we love them. Oh, it's not a big deal. But when they're sick in the hospital and they have cancer and they have autoimmune and they have stomach issues and they have all of this going on, we don't think about it until it happens. And by that point, it's too late. It's too late. So now we want to prevent that from happening. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So let's get to it, shall we? All right, let's do this. You can't change what you don't know. Today, that's going to change. So let's get to it. And you can't change it until you know it. So let's do it. The hard truth about toxic products. Let's talk about what's actually hiding in these everyday products that we use. Number one, household cleaners. The only ones under your sink. What are they? Many and most of them contain formaldehyde, ammonia, and bleach, all of which are carcinogens and respiratory irritants. Your pup is closer to the ground and bringing these fumes in every single day, even licking the surfaces because their treats and their food is on the ground and they're lower. So they're licking the surfaces and they're walking in it. And that has residue from these toxic chemicals. Slowly and little bit at a time seeping into their skin. Number two, laundry detergent. Laundry detergent contains formaldehydes, dioxane, optical brighteners. It's not really happening. It just looks like it's brightening things. They sound scientific, right? But what they do is extremely scary. And laundry soap leaves a residue that builds up in your skin and seeps into the body. These chemicals irritate sensitive skin. They disrupt hormones in both us and our fur babies. And they leave residue on the bedding, on the clothing, on the toys that we and our pups sleep in, play with, wear, use. Extremely toxic. Number three, dish soaps. Ever wonder why your hands feel dry and cracked after doing dishes? That's the can't even say the word. That's the formaldehyde, the ammonia, and the phosphates that's in these detergents. And guess what? These residues are left in the pup's bowls and on our dishes. The same. And they also contain sodium lauryl sulfate, SLS. And there's a variety of derivative of names and what it's called, but it's the smudging agent in it. And it originally came from petroleum, and it greased the wheels of these big machineries and made it very easy to move. Well, they went, oh, it suds up. We can throw it. It's a cheap additive in these sudsing agents and soaps and shampoos and all of this stuff, and it builds up as well and causes lots of issues. I've done other lives and reels on this specific one, so message me SLS if you want to learn more about that, and I'm happy to go over that with you. Now, one more. Air fresheners. And these are like so harmful and so bad for us. All air fresheners out there, wall plug-ins, sprays, candles, you name it. They're synthetic fragrances, and they're made up of hundreds of undisclosed chemicals that don't need to be told because it's proprietary, secret recipe, but it's all toxic chemicals, and you're breathing it in, and your pup's breathing it in. And if it's a spray, they're walking around in the residue, and you're wondering why they have respiratory issues. They're scratching all the time, chewing at their paws. This is one of the reasons why. It's heavy. And it was heavy when I realized that I was doing that too. Candles everywhere. Candles, candles, candles. I love the way they look. You know what kind of candles I use today? Battery operated ones. And I have diffusers all over the house that smell nice, that are not toxic, that are actually raising raising my immune system, raising the vibration of the space. There's options that you can use that are actually even more cost effective. I know this feels heavy, but if we don't start making changes today and taking action today, then down the road, when your pup gets sick, your kitty gets sick, your kid has allergies. Why? This is why. How about doing things differently today so that that course does not happen? Statistically proven, there is more cancer in today's world because of toxic chemicals than there ever has been. Animals are dying at a precedented rate because of cancer, liver problems, because they can't clean this out of their system because of these harmful chemicals. And I don't know about you, but that's the last thing I want to deal with when it comes to knowing that I'm knowingly causing harm down the road to a human, a furry, and a child. We don't have to do it. And we can take back our power and say no. Say no. And that all begins with right here, right now. You might be thinking, how did we get here? I thought I was keeping my home safe and clean. We all think so. I still to this day read the ingredients and I'm looking at stuff that I'm buying and wonder, oh my God, I had no idea. I do that with food also, massively right now, because that's my focus on healing my body that I've spent the last X amount of years bringing to this level. And at least I can say that what I'm using in the home is healthy, is not harming me in any way, and it's certainly not weakening my body as a whole. Well, you're not alone in these thoughts on wondering why and what's going on. I was there. As I said, I trusted these brands. I trusted this, thinking I was doing the right thing, that I was keeping things clean. And all I was doing was digging a deeper and deeper hole. Well, the more I digged into that hole, so to speak, the more I realized that they are not serving anybody but their own wallets. And that is not serving us. It's not serving our fur babies at all. So the shift is to shift away from these toxins and have a toxin-free life. And that is fairly simple when you start swapping out these toxic products for plant-based alternatives. Everything shifts, and it did for me. And we have that power to make that shift and make it easy peasy. I noticed that my home felt lighter and had a higher vibration feeling in it. People would come over and go, my God, I love being in this space. My home felt like it hugged me. I always say that. Number 2, my pup stopped having these issues. No random skin issues, no scratching incessantly, wondering what was going on. And when she died, she had the body of a dog half her age. Her heart, her liver, her bones, all of this is because of how I raised her, what I fed her, the supplements that we took, the environment in which she lived in. And if she did have a hiccup, I opted for a holistic option, and it paid off. And I knew, and I felt so proud to know that she had an amazing life, and she was so healthy, and that I was taking care of her as best as I possibly could. And I felt confident, and I felt proud about that. I myself felt way more energetic. I could remember things better, and I felt more vibrant and more aligned inside. It was spectacular. The best part, it was simple. You don't have to throw everything out today, but you can start today. And we have to start somewhere. So let's talk about a few easy swaps that you can make with the High Vibe Clean Bundle. Yep, I say that because, dude, when I did that, it made things so simple. A collection of products that you don't have to think about, you don't have to worry about where they're coming from and the integrity of the company or where your dollar is actually going. To products kept my home safe, kept me safe, kept my home clean, kept the energy clean, and it was toxin-free, and I didn't have to worry about anything. Actually, using the products raised the frequency, raised the vibration, and also supported a healthy immune system. Pretty powerful. Pretty powerful. So let's go through a few clean swaps. But what I'd like to do is do a quick recap, there we go, on getting rid of the toxins and what those were. Household cleaners to be aware of. So these 4 are the biggest offenders. These 4 are the biggest offenders in the toxic truth. Number 1, household cleaners. What's under your sink? Formaldehyde, ammonia, and bleach with heavy carcinogens and respiratory irritants. Number 2, laundry detergent. Phthalates, dioxin, optical brighteners that are chemicals that are hormone disruptors and irritate the skin and leave a nasty residue. Number 3, dish soaps, which include formaldehyde, ammonia, and phosphates, not to mention SLS. And 4, air fresheners containing synthetic fragrances that cause immense pain to the respiratory system and allergic triggers, as well as hormone disruptors and just polluting the home environment. So those need to go. So shifting out of that into a holistic, non-toxic home environment and into healthy swaps. And that brings us right now. So let's go over the healthy swaps for your home that make it simple and easy. Household cleaner. Number 1, Thieves household cleaner. Toss away the bleach, the ammonia-based cleaners, and add in a plant-based cleaner that tackles grease, grime, dirt. It is completely safe for the pup. Can lick the surface. It's all based on a product that raises the immunity of your body, and very safe for both them and us, and cleans everything. Number 2, Laundry soap, Thieves laundry soap. Again, say goodbye to optical brighteners and phosphate and phthalates. A laundry detergent that's gentle on fabrics and does not leave a nasty residue. So it's safe for sensitive skin. Your pup will thank you for his clean bed without that constant nasty fragrance as well. Number 3, Thieves dish soap, which can also double as a dog shampoo because it's so healthy and keeps pests away. No more fleas, no more ticks. Very easy, concentrated, cleans the dishes without a residue, and it cuts the grease and the grime and is gentle on your skin and the dog bowls. Lemon essential oil, which is a massive detoxifier. It's great to add in to get rid of streaks. It is a wonderful air freshener on its own. It cleans and gives a brightening effect to your laundry. Also, it has an amazing uplifting scent, and it neutralizes odors without any chemicals in the air. And Thieves kitchen and bath scrub. This one is fantastic. Just use as a carpet, just to lightly put over the carpet and let it soak in. It also is plant-based. It's non-abrasive, so it doesn't scratch anything, and it gives deep cleaning for sinks, countertops, tubs, toilets, you name it. And it's fantastic for the grout also. So these make a huge difference by just swapping these out. This one little tiny bundle literally will get rid of every single other chemical, any chemical in the house, and you could just use these 5 instead of having 25 different things. It makes a difference in everything that we use every single day. So for me, looking for options that are safe, effective, cost-effective, time saver, and a space saver is a no-brainer. On top of the fact that it's from a company that is filled with integrity and actually cares more about you, me, our fur babies, our kiddos, and our planet way more than they do about their own wallet. And that is what is so important. So, friends, dog mamas, if we don't start making changes now, the toxic overload will only continue to build and build and build. It won't happen overnight, and you won't notice it today. But over time, these chemicals take a toll on our body, on our health, our pup's health, and our peace of mind. And all I know is that when I lost my fur babies, it was heart-wrenching, and still today, I miss them. And if I could have had one more day, one more year with them, I'd do anything for it now. So think about that. Start now and prevent these problems by shifting away from all of this. And the good news to this is you're here right now, and your awareness begins today so that you can make healthy choices, not only for yourself, but for the babies, all the babies that you love and that love you. And that brings about a confidence and a pride of actually caring about what we're doing in our lives and with our fur babies. It makes a difference every single day. And I know that when I knew that my kid was safe, oh man, I felt awesome. I felt awesome. So what's the next step, you ask? Well, I'll tell you. Start small. You do a couple things. Start small. Pick one product, one thing to start with. It's going to be the most impactful, and swap that baby out today. We're starting a new year. Let's start clean and fresh right now. And I recommend the Thieves Household Cleaner be your number one goal. That's a total game changer, and you'll notice massive changes straight away. Or you can go all in and just get the whole kit. And right now, it's on special. You save an extra 10%. And transform your entire cleaning routine, transform the entire energy and vibration of your space, and start the new year with confidence, with pride, knowing that you're taking care of your space, your home, and your fur babies the best possible way you know how, without chemicals, without toxins. And the best part is these products are safe and they work. And they make your home feel lighter, healthier, and happier for you and your pup and your kiddos. So if you're ready to make that shift, then comment clean below or send me a message, and I'll help you get started. I'll answer any questions that you have and point you in the right direction to living more holistically and more non-toxically in 2025, and making sure that your fur babies are safe and happy and healthy as well. Remember, you can't change what you don't know, but now that you do know, you have the power to make this shift and this change right here and right now. And I'd love to be able to help you get started in that for your pup, for yourself, and more importantly, for your entire future. That's what it's all about. I so appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for joining me today. And comment down below and let me know if you're watching in the replay or if you caught any of it live. I'd love to know, and I'd love to connect with you more. So please follow me and subscribe. And I can't wait for an entire year of living holistically with your high vibe dog. Thank you for joining me. And let's make the beginning of 2025 something amazing for the year to come. So what do you think? Ready to wake up and change the way you do things for the health of your pup and yourself? Let's do this. Let's make it an awesome year. Have a beautifully awesome day. Thank you for being here. And remember to go out and create something magnificent with your pup today.